I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. So we've just read the words of the prophet Haggai, and now we turn back to Ezra, because I want to keep our timeline right. So this is going to be Ezra chapter 5. Remember that we've had the first return, decree of Cyrus, list of those who return, they build the altar and lay the foundations of the temple. But when the Samaritans ask to help, they are rebuffed, and so they do everything they can to stop the work, and in the reign of Artaxerxes, they secure a decree from the king ending the work on the temple. That's where we left off. This is chapter 5. Haggai and Zechariah prophesy. Zerubbabel renews building of temple. Samaritans challenge the Jews' right to continue their building work. Then the prophets, Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo, prophesied unto the Jews that were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel, even unto them. Then rose up Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and began to build the house of God which is at Jerusalem. And with them were the prophets of God helping them. At the same time came to them Tatnai, governor on this side of the river, and Shethar-Boznai, and their companions, and said thus unto them, Who hath commanded you to build this house, and to make up this wall? Then said we unto them after this manner, What are the names of the men that make this building? But the eye of their God was upon the elders of the Jews, that they could not cause them to cease till the matter came to Darius. And then they returned answer by letter concerning this matter. So once again, the Samaritans are coming in to try and stop the work, but the Jews aren't paying attention to them anymore. And they come up and they say, Hey, who told you to continue the work? And they all say, We don't know. What's his name? Can't tell you. And it causes a controversy, and they have to send back to the king. Now Darius is king now, so they're sending back to Darius. Verse 6. The copy of the letter that Tatnai, governor on this side the river, and Shethar-Boznai and his companions, the Apharsachites, which were on this side the river, sent unto Darius the king. They sent a letter unto him, wherein was written thus, Unto Darius the king, all peace. Be it known unto the king that we went into the province of Judea to the house of the great God, which is builded with great stones, and timber is laid in the walls. And this work goeth fast on, and prospereth in their hands. Then asked we those elders, and said unto them thus, Who commanded you to build this house, and to make up these walls? We asked their names also, to certify thee, that we might write the names of the men that were the chief of them. And thus they returned us answer, saying, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and build the house that was builded these many years ago, which a great king of Israel builded and set up. But after that our fathers had provoked the God of heaven unto wrath, he gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed this house and carried the people away into Babylon. But in the first year of Cyrus, the king of Babylon, the same King Cyrus, made a decree to build this house of God, and the vessels also of gold and silver of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem, and brought them into the temple of Babylon. Those did Cyrus the king take out of the temple of Babylon, and they were delivered unto one, whose name was Sheshbazzar, whom he made governor, and said unto him, Take these vessels, go, carry them into the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be builded in his place. Then came the same Sheshbazzar, and laid the foundation of the house of God which is in Jerusalem. And since that time, even until now, hath it been in building, and yet it is not finished. Now therefore, if it seem good to the king, let there be search made in the king's treasure house, which is there at Babylon, whether it be so that a decree was made of Cyrus the king to build this house of God at Jerusalem. And let the king send his pleasure to us concerning this matter. So in the reign of Artaxerxes, the building stopped. In the time of Darius, they restarted. And these are new governors, because remember it was Rahum and Shamshai who sent to the king Artaxerxes and got the decree to stop the temple building. This is, and I tell you these names are some of the greatest names, but this is now Tatnai and Shethar-Boznai. These are different governors. We have now gone into a new political arrangement, you might say. This is a new administration. And these guys don't seem to be as antagonistic against the Jews. And these guys these are the governors over all the land. The other guys that sent the letters, these were more local leaders. They banded together and sent the letter. Now we have the governor over this entire district sending a letter and saying, look, we asked these guys who's doing it, and they wouldn't give us any names. They just said it was God told them to do it, so they're going to do it. And they claim that Cyrus gave them this decree. So we ask that you look and find out what's going on and send us back so we know what to do. So these guys aren't trying this. These two, Tatnai and Shashar-Boznai, they're not trying to stop the work. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And so they send this letter to Darius. In the next chapter, we will read Darius's reply. But before we do that, let us turn to Zechariah, so we will do that next. Zechariah. See you there.